Glorious day to you, my friends. Welcome to Shine, Stargate Heart, Illuminate Your Natural Essence, where we are exploring our heart centers. Water is life. We're subtly exploring our heart centers simply by chanting Om Mani Padme Hum 108 times, using the mala of joy. The chant is enough. We're chanting it 108 times for 108 days. We are on day number 64. And using the mala of joy, we break up the 108 seeds into 9 groups of 12, where each of the 9 groups represents one of the chakras in our Merkaba, our light body, our ascension vehicle, where we start off at the bottom of our Merkaba, down here, Vasundhara, the Earth Star chakra, then our root chakra, and then moving up to Svadhisthana, our sacral chakra, Manipura, our solar plexus chakra, Anahata, our heart center, Vishuddha, our throat chakra, Anya or Agnya, our third eye chakra, Sahasrara, our crown chakra, and at the top of our Merkaba, Vyapini, the soul star chakra. We are on day number 64. We are subtly, with no real intention, working with Vishuddha, the throat chakra. And in each of the chakras, each of the 9 groups of 12, we break up the 12 seeds into 4 groups of 3, which is modeled after Samavriti Pranayama, box breath, where we breathe in, we hold our breath with a full set of lungs, then we breathe out and empty our lungs, and then we hold our breath with an empty set of lungs. So we are on day 4 of Vishuddha. So we've already breathed in the energies into the chakra or of the chakra of Vishuddha, sound, Akash, purity, truth. And now we're holding our breath with all that energy of Vishuddha. Subtly, we're letting our inner being take care of all the work. We're letting the chant take care of all the work. We are simply focused on the chant. We are speaking the chant. We are breathing with the chant. And we are being in the energy. And this is why I said we are, exploring our heart centers. Because our heart center is revealing this information to us simply by us being with the energy. Simple as that. And the mantra is working with us, the tool of the mind. But what we're talking about today, Vishuddha, we're exciting the energy in Vishuddha. We are baking this idea of truth and purity and sound and Akash. And Akash sometimes is called the 5th element, okay? So we got the 4 elements, earth, water, fire, and air, representing the 4 lower chakras. Water is life. Maybe I'll clear my throat now. Today they want to talk about speaking your truth. The license plate that's going to be in the title is not going to be speaking your truth. MBY. The most benevolent you, the most beautiful you, the most blissful you, by speaking your truth. There are so many different ways of speaking what you need to speak. Vishuddha is all about speaking. Well, I like to take off all my tech, so there's my running watch being taken off. Nothing, no other tech besides crystals in my pocket. And this, niatagariata. It's a requirement for this. So one of our basic human needs is to receive love, to receive attention, to be heard and be seen. And sometimes this need, this perceived need, we'll say the need, because to us humans it's a valid thing. We we need to be seen and heard and recognized. And when we're in any relationship, it could be a friendship, it could be a working relationship, if we have something to say, do we speak up? Do we not speak up? What are we going to talk about as we speak up? How can we speak up respectfully? How can we speak so that we communicate effectively, we're heard, the information desired to be delivered is delivered, and the information desired to be delivered is actually received. In business, there's so many communications. There's so many courses to learn how to communicate more effectively. One that was crucial for me was active listening. And to me, it's most people, when they're communicating with somebody, they're not actually paying attention to the other person. They're formulating what they're going to say when they hear a pause instead of listening to what they have to say. If we actually listen to what the other person has to say, then we can process it. And one of the tricks that they taught us in this active listening class is, now let me check my understanding. Okay, let's see if I heard you correctly. And then we tell it back, what we heard in our own words, and we do so until we get a yes. If we get a no, then we ask them to talk again. And hopefully they will fill in the gaps of what we just said, what we heard, and what they meant to say. And then sooner or later, okay, so again, let me check my understanding. You're saying that I should actually listen to the other person, and then I should repeat back in my own words what I heard, and I do so until I get a yes. If I get a yes, guess what? Communication happened. Effective communication happened. Not that I'm trying to teach effective communication. There's so many ways. Some part of the emotional being in a relationship, it's I don't feel heard. And how do we get heard? And if you're in an emotional relationship where both people feel that they need to say something, who gets to speak first? Someone has to listen first. Sometimes that's why couples go to counseling, because they can't decide who's going to go first. They both want to go first, so they're both talking at each other. And they learn that if they raise their voice louder, they get more attention, or they perceive to themselves that they're being heard more by the other person. It doesn't work that way. In my effective relationships, I end up listening first. There are times that I want to say things, and if I can say I'd like to say something and they're ready to listen, see, that's the other part, is they need to be ready to listen. No matter who you're talking to, you need to know your audience. Are they ready to listen? Can I ask you a few questions? Can I say, can we talk about what's on my mind? And get a yes. See, the yes is we're getting permission, and when we get permission like that, we're hopefully going to actively communicate at that point. Actively. Instead of passively or passive aggressively communicating. But let's make it about me, I mean you, ourselves. Okay? This is our truth. And this is our perception of this reality. Do we have this need to say something, either in a group or in in an individual relationship or in a business environment. It doesn't really matter what it is. Part of the truth of Vishuddha is my need to speak it emotionally based? In other words, is do I need to say it just so I can hear my voice, or just so I can have an emotional release or an emotional fix, whatever it is? Or is it actually vital information that needs to come out? Okay? I don't know. That's up to you to decide. There's so many people that say the same things 10 times, and all they're doing is wasting time. What do? We can either attack it or we can get back on track. Good managers that I've seen in the business world, they just get back on track. They don't tell the other person to sit down, they don't comment on it, or they might say, that's a very good point. Let us all remind ourselves to do those positive traits in ourselves. That's just an example. But still, in a meeting, even if we're communicating, unless we're just like friends at dinner, there's no real agenda during, the flow of conversation. But we've worked on our lower chakras, and sometimes there's this need to say something. It's an emotional need to say something and express yourself. How are we going to decide? Is it, I need to say it for me? Do I need to say it because it's going to be co-beneficial? Is it egoic based? Is it emotionally trigger based? Is it going to be emotional relief based? Or are we not dealing with the lower chakras? Have we elevated ourselves to the higher thought forms through the heart center, seeing the need to speak through our loving heart and the truth of what it is, instead of this emotional need to be seen, to be heard? Maybe we pick a better place to be seen and to be heard. Maybe we pick better friends because our friends are going to see us regardless. I'm at least hoping that. The most important thing is that you see yourself, okay? And that you love yourself. Because if we see ourselves and we love ourselves, this emotional need to be seen and to be heard is being satisfied by our own inner being. Because we're confident, we love ourselves, we are not emotionally codependent. We've worked on those lower chakras, we've worked on our heart center, we understand that the Brahma Vihara, the compassion, the loving kindness, the joy, and the harmony are the foundation of our consciousness. And then once we see that and we start looking at the higher thought forms, we're looking at the truth without the emotion in it, understanding the emotion in it, and understanding our will and our desire, knowing that we're stable, not in fear, that we're supported by Gaia and this universe, this physicality, then we can make higher thought choices on this communication. Am I going to communicate? Am I going to communicate effectively? If I am in my mind and I'm not constantly thinking of what am I going to say, maybe we make some notes while we're listening. Here are some key points of what I can bring up, but still actively listening. Okay, now I think I understand the game plan here. Here's how I can contribute. Can I make it a team, a we comment instead of a me comment, or instead of a you comment? Because when we point fingers, it's not going to be convergent. And in business, we want to converge on solutions. We don't want to spend all these times in meetings. We want to create product, get the product out to the market. We want to converge on solutions all the time so that we're constantly creating product and delivering product. And in relationships, who wants to be in a heavier relationship, whether it's a friend or a coworker or a partner? where all you're talking about all the time are all these deep subjects. Don't you want to just go out and goof around and be your silly self with your friends or your partner or your partners? There are many of you out there. Don't you want to just be you and be accepted for you and be seen as you? Where you dance the way that you dance, or if you don't dance, whatever it is, where people are appreciating you for you. Doesn't matter if we dance the same. If I'm dancing and you're dancing, we're both smiling, it's a win. Keep it simple. But speak in your voice. Can we understand about this voice that needs to come out? What is the need based? Is it informational based? Is it motivational based? And with chanting, we are working in pranayama. This not only is pranayama the breath, but it's working with the life force energy, the prana of the universe. And when we're in the higher mind and the higher thought forms, we're working with the holy fire. And in yoga, that's the jiva yak, the shakti. At the beginning, is it? Yeah, it's it's the living force of the universe. Yeah, but do you see it as that life force? The force of life that's both in the heavenly realms and in the realms of physicality. Because if we only see it in the realms of physicality, that the magic is not necessarily possible. Why are we using it? So with the chanting, we are using Vishuddha. We are engaging our intention and mantra, the tools, our intention and the tools, like we get a bigger wrench, a bigger lever arm, so we can do more work. Om Mani Padme Hum is Shaya Watati Arhanakiyata, a magical chant. The Buddhist viewpoint is that each of the syllables dispels some aspect. So it's clearing, purifying aspects of us. Cool. Yeah, the Araska, Vishuddha is about purification. The opposite end or the other end of the magic wand, well, yeah, we're clearing, but we're aligning. So we can either focus on what needs to be cleared, or we can focus on what is this direction of where we are aligned. And the chant helps both, depending on where our viewpoint is. Are we in the higher viewpoints? If we are, we're focused on the positive aspects of, we're focused on the truth instead of the blockers of Vishuddha, which are lies. And the most dangerous lies are the ones that we tell ourselves. So we can either focus on the lies or we can focus on the truth, the purity that already exists, the Akash, which is all the upper realms that are not physicality, where we can focus on sound, which is oscillation and energy being transmitted through all of those lower elements. We're using that. We're breathing in the life force. We're exhaling the life force through our vocal cords, creating the chant. It's a multi-dimensional chant. This is a multi-dimensional voice box. And when we say, Om Mani Padme Hum Cha, when it comes out of our own throat, it reverberates in our body more so than listening to a chant. It's powerful to listen to the chant. But when our intention is guided by our heart and our throat and our lungs and our prana and our vocal cords, projecting the chant to our inner being and out to the universe, We are engaging in both the output and the input of the universe instead of just selfishly just receiving it. That was a little judgmental. I'm a firm believer that actually speaking the chant, we will benefit more. But not everyone is ready. We need to meet us where we are, accept us where we are in each moment, in each day. And if we can't chant today and we just can sit and listen, or if we're going to skip day 64, it is okay. If the series is no longer serving you, go do something else that does, that brings you in your joy. Go play hopscotch. Turn off the devices, turn off the computer, go outside. At least in the northern hemisphere, it's now summer, and it was a magnificent day today, and it's still a magnificent evening today. That is the correct end of the magic wand. If you're out living your bliss and your joy, and you're doing something that brings out your joy, that is the vibration of the abundance. We don't need to actually focus and work on it because we're doing it. But with this series, we are focusing our mind. We are using our intention. We're going with the flow. And we speak the mantra, which is a part of our truth. It's speaking the truth of our inner being. That's the real magic of it, because it gently and naturally aligns our perceptions and our reality and our belief systems and our being with our inner being, which has infinite contact with the infinite. Okay, I'm using a lot of words. And I did that all not on mute, so I don't have to re-record that. Queuing up the mantra. So I invite you to relax. Let us close our eyes. And let us focus our awareness on our breath. As we slowly deepen our breath, and slowly exhale. As we feel how it feels when we breathe in, and feel how it feels when we breathe out. As we feel how it feels when we expand our lungs and on the inhale. As we feel how it feels to release and let our rib cage relax on the exhale. And a few more breaths on your own as you feel your breath. Let us focus our awareness on our heart centers. For in our heart centers is the home of our holy fire. And our holy fire is the source of our bright light. And every breath that we take with intention fans the flames of our holy fire, clearing away the debris of our perception of our bright light, and therefore brightens our bright light. as we invite and allow the holy fire to flow in, through, and around us, in every way, and everywhere, and every when, completely, naturally, effortlessly. And we ask the holy fire to only allow in that which is for our highest good, and the highest good of all. And let us start the divine flow. If you have not done so already, let us take the energy of our heart center. Let us get more pure holy fire from the highest source of consciousness. Let us purify all the chakras. And then let us ground it effectively. Let us move this energy up through our chakras, moving it up through Vishuddha, Anya, Sahasrara, Vyapini, and let us move it up through the realms, and into the highest source of consciousness, the home of the holy fire, the home of unconditional love, where there is no ego, where there is no judgment, where it always respects free will, and where the power is unlimited. And let us bring back more pure holy fire and purify all the chakras. Moving it down through the realms, through Vyapini, Sahasrara, Anya, Vishuddha, and into Anahata, our heart center, purifying all of those chakras, and combining these energies. And let us ground this energy effectively. Excuse me, it's been a long day. Let us move this energy down through the chakras, purifying the lower chakras, moving it through Manipura, purifying it, moving it through Svadhisthana, purifying it, moving it through Muladhara, purifying it, moving it through Vasundhara, purifying it, growing roots down, down, down into Mother Earth, wrapping these roots around the heart of Gaia, giving her a great big hug, and bringing back her grounded love, up through the root system, through Vasundhara, Muladhara, Svadhisthana, Manipura, and back into Anahata, our heart center. Niharehasha, Isahana, Asha, Akanata. Thoroughly mixing this energy. And let us turn over to our inner being to continue this divine flow, without any conscious thought, naturally, effectively, completely. Nihuruhosha, Asakananini, Arahata, Iskutuhurahashaya, Itiariata, Atananata, Ariarka. And on the exhale, Husukuriorto, with intention, let us push this purified and combined energy out of our heart centers, out of all of our chakras, out of our physical bodies, out of our energetic auric field, and into every aspect of our awareness, in every way, and everywhere, and everywhen, throughout all time and outside of time. And let us create in our mind's eye a chest, a chest of your creation. And let us put in this chest all of our anger, all of our worry, all of our fears, all of our doubts, our to-do list, our shopping list, whatever we're going to do in any time in the future, whatever we're going to do in any time in the past. That includes the rest of the day, earlier in the day. Let us also put in all of our guilt, our shame, and our grief. And let us ask our inner being to also put in what it feels may distract us from the chant, from our breath, from our time with our energy, and anything else that it feels might distract, or what it feels no longer serves. And let us close the lid on this chest, and let us set it aside. It shall be there for you at the end of meditation, if you so desire. We will start off with one Aum. We will chant Om Mani Padme Hum 108 times. The default audio track, the background audio track, will keep count. I will too, but it will let us know when we move up through the chakras, and it will let us know when we're on the last one. I did it, but in a previous now. We will chant Om Mani Padme Hum 108 times using the Mala of Joy. And at the end, we will close out with one Aum. And a breath in for Aum. Aum. Starting off with Vasundhara, and a breath in to chant. Om Mani Padme Hum. 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 Moving up to Muladhara. Om Mani Padme Hum. 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 Moving up to Svadhisthana. Om Mani Padme Hum. 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 Moving up to Manipura. Om Mani Padme Hum. 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 Moving up to Anahata. Om Mani Padme Hum. 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 Moving up to Vishuddha. Om Mani Padme Hum. 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 Moving up to Anya. Om Mani Padme Hum. 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 Move it up to Sahasrara. Om Mani Padme Hum. 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 Moving up to Vyapini. Om Mani Padme Hum. 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 Last one. Om Mani Padme Hum. Get a breath in for Aum. Aum. Stay here for as long as you like. Maybe even pause the video to stay in your energy longer. So huturo hura hanate ariata. And when you are ready, Neoryocho Hotoriatatariatata. Slowly and consciously deepen your breath, Niharyocho Hotorioto. Slowly bring your awareness back to the here and now, Hotori Shayahatariata. As we become more aware of the sounds around us and other things around us, Nihotora Hashakatira. Maybe wiggle our fingers and toes, Nihikuturia Shatiriata. And when you are ready, Niharashatokuryata, slowly open your eyes and welcome in the new now. Huturu Ushanahakatetiriata. Ashkonuru Utanahatakatiriata. Congratulations, my friends. You have completed day number 64 of Shine. I thought I was supposed to be speaking light language, but they came through with the chant. I encourage you to journal. So much has come up for me. I like to write myself emails. That way, Gmail keeps it all sorted. I keep it all in a folder. I can go through any of them. I can make subfolders. Write it down on pencil and paper or pen and paper in your journal. Draw, make light codes, whatever it is that you do to express yourself that you feel, so you can go back and reflect. So we may get a better understanding if a need arises or a want arises at some point in the future. Who knows when the universe will cause a synchronicity that encourages you to reread today. I heard light language during that, a multi-dimensional light language. So it's going to be curious when I do the post chanting. Is it really posting? Is it light language? I'm so curious as to what it's going to be. And what my inner being was saying. I used a lot of words in the beginning, a lot of words about conscious thought, about emotions, about what to speak, and speaking your heart and speaking your mind. When to, when not to, that's a lot of work. That seems like it's just too complicated. And more aligned with this series of Shine, of listening to our inner being. Maybe simply align our mind, our conscious mind, and our throat and our heart together, and let our heart speak. That's the whole precept behind active listening, is that we're actually listening with our heart to the other person to understand it, so they feel heard. So communication happens, and then we get to respond later. Maybe they would be open to ideas in a business environment. Maybe they're just presenting. Maybe they don't want our ideas. It's the same thing. Like if somebody has dinner plans, hey, here's what I've come up with for dinner. Sometimes the people we're working with or dealing with or want to spend time with don't want the input. They want to lead this time. And maybe it's our time to follow. Maybe it's our time to listen. Our heart. Our heart will lead us. And if our conscious mind is confused, just take a breath. Just say, one moment. And that's what I love about light language, because when I speak light language to my friends, they know I'm checking in with my inner being and I'm letting my inner being speak. And I'm listening to it. Our inner being will never, never misguide us. It is our internal compass. It is our guidance system. If it makes us feel happy, say it. That's the simple guidance. If it's going to cause joy in the other person, say it. If it comes from the heart, purely from the heart, not from the ego that thinks it's coming from the heart. The heart does not carry the weight of the emotions of the need to say it. Okay? The ego and the conscious mind have the need to say things. Let your heart speak. Maybe that's the MBY, the most benevolent you, the most beautiful you, the most blissful you is speaking from your heart center. So I thank you, my friends, for sharing in my highest bliss. Shine on. And make it a great day, because why would you leave it up to anyone else?